Morning guys, today is going to be a beautiful day. We're in Dundee and here's why. It's going to be like this all day. It's a bit grey and cloudy, but it's still nice. It was so hot yesterday. Actually nice to get a little bit of cloud coverage. So this side of the island is the sunset side of the island where we're staying. It's a little bit dark, the lighting's not fantastic to get this here. Yeah, this side of the island where we're staying is the sunset side of the island. And the place where we're staying is called Mr. B's Sunset Bungalows, and it is really cool. It is £1 a night each, like $1.10 each a night for our own bungalow, which is really good. It's like 40,000 kip, which is like £2. It's a really cool spot. They got a restaurant that looks right out over the river and little balconies and stuff. They got this big old garden, like real big garden, with animals. They got pigs. They got, look, there's these little chicks over here. Yeah, there's all of these guys just hanging out everywhere. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on. She's growing all kinds of stuff here. I think COVID must have hit these places really hard because they completely rely on tourism. And a lot of their bungalows are all pretty ruined. Like there's no way you could sleep in there. They take a little bit of love to get back together. Yeah, and then down here she got pigs. It's kind of peak. They tie them up. I don't know why they tie them up. Probably so they don't go and destroy the whole island. But that's quite peak. But yeah, he's having his morning breakfast, and I'm probably going to do the same. I'm really hungry. Food is so cheap in Laos compared to Cambodia. Like in Cambodia, we would go and sit at like a little hut on the side of the road and get, you know, rice and eggs, and it would be $1.25. Here you go to a restaurant, like a restaurant, not a shack on the side of the road, a restaurant, and you sit down and you have a nice big curry and it costs you £1 or like $1. Or you have a nice big plate of like rice and veggies, cost you $1. I reckon if you went into the little shacks on the side of the road, it would probably be even less. But yeah, Laos is way, way cheaper than Cambodia. And it seems to be more relaxed. Like, there's like one small police station on this island, but apparently they're not really interested in tourists that much unless they're really causing a problem. So it just seems super relaxed on this island. So over here she's got the veggie garden going on. You know, on an island where you've got to bring in all your food, you've got to be as self-sufficient as possible. So here's a veggie garden. It is super overgrown. Like she says she's only got onions and garlic growing in here now. But that would be really cool to like get up and running. You could grow loads of fruit and loads of veggies and stuff and then serve them in all your dishes in the restaurant, in your bungalows. But yeah, it's gonna be a groovy day. I'm gonna go around, walk around the main little, I say town, it's literally 2 streets, I'll show you that. And then we'll jump on the motorbike and we'll go to the other side of the island. There's another island called Dongkon, or Dongkong. Still haven't figured out how to say that yet. And we'll go check out that island. That one is way more sparsely populated. There's less people on it. There's more pretty, I think there's a couple of waterfalls as well. Go check those out. But I think this is gonna be a really good place to do some videos. Check we actually managed. Get the motorbike over. It has not looked this empty in weeks. Like literally since the day we bought it, it has had stuff on it. And now it looks empty. It's just got a pair of flip-flops strapped to the back of it, in case I encounter some dirty roads. But yeah, this place is so small. Like, I'll show you the road outside our place. So our motorbike is a little bit overpowered, and it is way too loud. Like we started the bike up yesterday to go for like a little cruise to get some stuff, realized that actually the shop we were going to was 200 meters away. And in the process of starting the bike, we woke up the whole neighborhood. You can't start this bike up here before 9 o'clock in the morning because everyone will be pissed off. But yeah, I guess it's like probably 15-minute ride to the end of the island. And then you go across the bridge and then it's another 10-15 minutes from the other side. You could walk around it. You could probably walk around the island in an hour or 2. But I'm way too lazy for using my feet. Go take you for just a little walk now down onto the main street and see how small this place is. sort of like getting into the main area now. It's like super quiet. It's probably 9 o'clock in the morning, but everyone went out last night, so it's now super quiet. There's like a real fancy hotel here. They have a really nice view of the river and a swimming pool, but they tried to charge me 50,000 kip yesterday just to jump into their pool. I'd already bought a beer from them, and I just wanted to sit there for half an hour and cool off, and they wanted to charge me 50,000 kip, which is like £2.50, which is extortionate. But yeah, this is literally the main area now. These streets are tiny and quiet. Well, good morning to you too. This is the whole area. Look, there's your local little shop. There's a couple of those. These are the two places that everyone had breakfast. And we're sort of back out the other side again. It's probably only like 50 meters of the main strip, and then you're back through and out the other side. There's a bar here called Sabai, and our friend Graham, who's from London as well, has opened a bar there. It's a really cool little spot. This is his bar here. Beautiful, beautiful spot down the river. He sells all this crazy tie-dye stuff. There's his like river view spot. And it's really cool how people have built here, because they sort of built around the edge of the island, and everything's mostly made of wood and quite sustainable, but they built around the edge of the island, and then literally just across the path. So there's the river just behind Graham's place there. There's his place, and then just across the path is this. There's rice paddies. All the way across to the other side of the island where there's more buildings, and then it's the edge of the river again. So it's really cool the way people have built here. They just sort of built around the edge and kept it pretty. There's lots more buildings on this island than there is on the other island, and there's lots more buildings at this end of this island. It's quite a popular place here now. There's another place I'm just walking past where a lot of people are staying. It's called Oi's place. Every time I walk past there, the food smells so good. So that's sort of it for this side of the island, like where our spot is that we stay. I'm gonna go and have some coffee, have some breakfast. It's gonna be cheap, and then I'm probably gonna walk over to the other side of the island, or ride my motorbike down and get to see prettier, because it's definitely prettier down the other side. So we're just sitting having our morning coffee. I'm actually having a watermelon juice, so I think it's better than coffee. And this is the view. Just cows everywhere. Well, actually just one cow right now, but usually there's more cows. There's just a chicken playing at the cow's hoof. Hey, little cow. This cow has just wandered up onto the street. What's he doing? He looks like he wants to be lunch. No, he's doing a run for it. Such a good morning spot. We're just gonna go to the other side, or just go out of town a little bit and slowly head towards the other island. Just see how different it is. Way less built up. Only about 300 meters, maybe 500 meters up the road now from the main little village, or main little town. And we come to some places where there used to be lots of guest houses and hostels. And it's kind of crazy because everything's closed down, everything's like dilapidated, like everything's like falling apart. I'm standing in one now that's just been left. So this place is called Easy Go Hostel and Restaurant. And it just looks like, you can just sort of imagine it when it's in its prime. Like, it's such a beautiful spot. I can just imagine some cracking parties going on here. It's such a beautiful spot. It's got lacquer shade, all the bamboo growing everywhere, lots of little bungalows down there, and this awesome bar, which has this really cool veranda, which I'm not gonna go walk on because it looks like it's falling apart. But check the view out there. It's just stunning. So in the dry season, all of that behind us will not be flooded, and apparently you can walk out on it all the way to the river. There's like a little beach and stuff. But it's just crazy how much everything's closed down. I'm gonna take a look at another place next door. called the Last Resort. So this is this place now, the Last Resort. And it really does look quite cool in here. There's loads of like teepees, and there's bungalows there, and there's teepees over here. They look ruined. They look really ruined. But again, with this place, you can imagine it in its prime. It's just, when it was full of people, this island was full of people, and they needed more and more guest houses. This place would have just been perfect. It's nothing too fancy, just a couple of teepees and a little, I'm guessing this would have been like the bar and the chill out area, but it is totally falling apart. Also looking out over a little bit of the river. The thing is with these places is they look completely ruined, but with this place in particular, if you just raked up all the leaves, like just took everything up off the ground, replaced the bathroom, because that is the bathroom and it's completely, that doesn't even count as a bathroom. Like raked everything up off the ground, fix a bathroom, fix a bar up, just cleaned it out and replaced the floorboards and replaced the roof. Like this place would have a lot more life in it. The only thing is, now, because there's not that many tourists, everybody sort of stays down in the village, which we've done it as well, without really realising what we've been doing. People stay down in the village and then they only come up this way to go and check out the waterfalls on the other island. And a lot of these guest houses, you know, they've never come back. They've been like nearly 3 years without business, and a lot of them have just closed down completely. We're going to drive a little bit further down the road because it's already getting prettier. As you can see, it's no longer concrete buildings. It's all, well, you feel a little bit more in the jungle here. And as you go further, you are a lot more in the jungle and a lot more in the nothing. And that is what's beautiful. Hey cows. Hey little cow. Made it to the end of Dondert Island. It's a really small island. It's like 10-minute, 15-minute ride all the way across, going real slow. And now we're on this bridge, which joins the two islands, which is Dondert and Dong Khon. It's definitely Dong Khon, not Dong Kong. And the river is just massive. This is just between the islands. There's like a little island right in the middle where they're growing loads of bananas and papayas. But this bridge is it's pretty sketchy. Like, I mean, it's a good bridge, but damn, it's pretty narrow. There's no sides on it. If you were riding your motorbike home at night after a couple of beers, which you shouldn't, and I don't, but if you were to, and you went over the side of this bridge, you'd be toast, mate. But yeah, cool little bridge. I really want some of those papayas. They look so good, they're fat. Just love how there's just fruit growing everywhere. Just behind me over there is Dong Khon, and we're gonna ride across there now. I think we turned down here, right? This is Laos National Highway number 1 we're turning onto. Jeez. I tell you what, this is still better than the road from Swaziland border to Bixby. This is still better than that road.
Oh, and from Kampot to Chinookville.
Yeah, Kampot to Chinookville is hands down the worst road I've ever seen in my life. So we've stopped on the other side of the island now. We're like sort of down the other end of Dong Khon. It just feels way more like being in the jungle. You're way further away from everything. You can't hear a single noise made by humans. It's just the waterfall going over there. It's it's so pretty, man. This just doesn't feel like there's a town or a village anywhere near you. You've got all of these little flooded puddles on the side of the Mekong where in the dry season this doesn't even exist. So stunning. So I'm just going to walk over to the waterfall now, and to do it you have to walk through this lady's front garden. There used to be a restaurant here. So the little restaurant that used to be here looks like it used to be really cool. It's right on the edge of the waterfall. Here's the restaurant. The waterfall is just behind us down there. We'll check it out now. But there's a platform that says to the swim, or there's a platform that says swim. So I guess you used to be able to go down and swim in the bottom of the waterfall. Oh my God, look at the bridge. This is the bridge you're supposed to cross. That waterfall is pumping. Some sketchy bridge. This is what's happening. Bridge closed, don't enter, bridge closed for maintenance. Enter at your own risk. You will not be responsible for any injuries that may occur beyond this point. Well, that just sounds like we've got to walk across it carefully. Oh my God, the whole thing's shaking. This whole thing is shaking like crazy. Oh my God, don't look down. That was way more sketchy than it should have been. Way more scary than it should have been. But we're across and we're on another little bit of island now that sticks out, and we're going to another bridge, for God's sake. We're going to go find this beautiful waterfall. It is supposed to be massive.
We have two options.
Which way do we want to go? That path looks way less walked on. That one looks way more walked on. Yeah, let's go.
Although this way is intriguing.
Oh, I'm stuck to the tree.
Just do up your shirt and then it's way less hangy and your nipples won't be in your face.
This looks like we're going in the right direction. Doesn't it? Is this a bridge or a dam wall? I think this used to be a dam at some point. I think we found the bottom. Somehow walking on a sandy beach on the banks of the Mekong. Super weird. But this looks hectic. This looks so crazy. You just would not expect this when you're sitting on the calm banks of the river. You've got all of these things here for fishing. So they like redirect the water so it's all coming in one direction, and then they drop a fish trap over the end of it. So right here, they've blocked the river and they've directed the water this way. And there's the fish trap. So the fish swim in the other side and then they can't get out this side, but the water can. Quite a smart way of catching fish. Just make the river do it for you. I really want to get over there, but the water's moving so fast and I'm already this deep in the water and it's moving fast. You can feel the force of it. There's literally nothing more intense than feeling the force of the water. Sitting in a fast flowing river and holding on. It's just I tried walking out to see if I could get a good shot from the middle of the river on one of the little rocks and get a good shot of the actual waterfall, but that water is pumping and I felt like I was going to get washed away, and I got my phone in one hand and my bag in the other hand. I just rather not. It just kind of happens like that. But this is a stunning spot to just chill and hang out. You are in the jungle on the Mekong. Doesn't really get much better. Lucy's just having a little swim in the river. Is it nice?
It's so nice.
Apparently it is so nice.
I feel like you could do a workout as well, because it's like swam against the tide.
Just swimming against the current. Oh my God, it gets so deep so quickly. Swim against the current, get a proper workout. Just don't get washed away because there's a waterfall down there. Such a spot, man. Got a bug in my ear. What? Okay. We're about to go back across the sketchy bridge. I'm just not looking forward to it. Like some big crazy bridges are cool, they're fun. Like the one in Ban Luang, there was like a sick big suspension bridge by the waterfall. That was cool. This is not cool. It's like the bridge out of Shrek, but it's not on fire. It's been a groovy day, guys. And just gonna spend the rest of the day in a hammock with a mango juice. And yeah, I think soon we're gonna do, there's like a motorbike loop just north of here. So I think the next couple of videos are gonna be the motorbike loop. I'm not sure what the name of it is, I'm sure I'll find out. And yeah, catch you in the next one.